Alrighty, hello. I just wanted to check in and give you an update on your baby Loreto. So as you can see, I do have him outside. I do have him on the cot. Whenever he is on this cot, he needs to be sitting or he needs to be laying down. Loreto is definitely what I would call a wild child. No idea what it is to be on a leash. No idea what it is to look at a person for decisions or for help. Very much has been independent since probably for a very long time. I'm not going to say since day one, but for a very long time he's been able to romp around and kind of do whatever he wants. He's very active, very fit, but he's very motivated and he wants to please. So although he definitely has a mind of his own when it comes to processing things that can be a little bit more challenging, what is good is that he has had really good food drive. So right here, you're just going to see me pull up on this leash and encourage him to sit back on his booty. As soon as he sits down on his booty, I release all pressure. Even if he gets up 1 millisecond later, good boy. I want to make sure that I'm giving him that release of pressure, especially since he really isn't super familiar. Good boy. Especially since he really isn't super familiar with what a leash is at all. He very much is super combative with it. Whenever he's on a leash, he just wants to pull and choke himself out and does not care. He's a very forward, dominant breed dog, not like in an aggressive way, but very much just like when he wants to do something, he's gonna do it, and there's very little that can stop him. So I do have him on a slip lead here. I like the basic simple slip lead when I'm laying a proper foundation for a dog. So right here, just gonna come in, give him some pressure, booty hits the ground, and then I release my pressure completely. Even if he gets right back up a millisecond later, I am gonna give him that pressure, wait for that booty to hit the ground, and then release. The cot is also a weird concept to him. It's kind of like it's not a trampoline, but it has like a weird kind of balance to it. So that's why you see him standing kind of postured, because he's like, what is this thing? I don't think he's ever been on a dog cot. And one of the exercises that I'm doing with him now is something that I really like to do in the beginning when I'm working with the dog, because it allows me to study their behavior and really learn where they are mentally in regards to their mannerisms. And as you can see, I am just tossing the little treats there on the bed because he wants to be a great white shark. He's still learning how to take treats nicely, especially because he's just like so over the moon for food. He just like scarfs it and isn't really thinking, so I don't want him to accidentally like nip my finger. Not out of fear, not out of my fear or because I think he's aggressive. He just very much is like, arf, give it to me. So I just don't want my fingers in there. So for now, I'm just kind of tossing the treats. So as you can see, I do have him on the cot. He needs to be sitting or he needs to be laying down whenever he's on this bed. There's a couple things that I'm looking for. And so you can see that I'm doing my circles. Anytime he tries to get up and off of the bed, I am giving him a pressure cue. That is technically my correction. And what I'm doing is I'm giving him pressure. So his brain needs to learn and understand, okay, I'm feeling this pressure. What do I do to make this go away? And the key to that is getting that booty on the ground. As soon as his booty hits the ground, then all the pressure goes away. And then he's fine. So I need him to consciously meet me in the middle when it comes to holding this command and doing this exercise or drill. Now, another thing that we're working on is his handler engagement. He very much is, like I said, wants to do what he wants when he wants. Not really used to having people telling him what to do, why, or when. So working on the impulse control is very important because he needs to know that everything he does is either going to have a reward or he's going to have a consequence. And so really just the only consequence with this is just I'm going to put him back where he was. And so what is nice is, like I said, he's very motivated, very smart, and he has become eager to please. He just doesn't have the total bridge and concept of like looking to a handler for guidance yet. So as I do the circle, if I can do an entire circle without him getting up or trying to break the command or being pushy or demanding with me, I'm going to come in and I'm going to give him a reward. And I'm making sure that it's very obvious that it's from me, not just raining out of the sky. I'm also looking for handler engagement. Is he paying attention to me and going, hey, there's a million other things that I could look at right now, but right now I'm going to come in and cue in on you. This is something that is a really tedious task, but it is just the most rewarding because I want the dog to go, every time I look at her, I get some type of reward. And there's a lot of different things that he could be looking at right now, but when he looks at me, I want to make sure I'm coming in and I am rewarding that eye contact and that engagement. That is tapping into the unconscious part of his brain and going, okay, she is the most valuable thing in this environment. So that way when we are working around distractions or stimulus or dogs or other animals, he's going to immediately go, oh my gosh, what is that? And then he's going to go, wait, where's my handler? Okay, so that's the concept, just setting him up for impulse control in the future. We are also working on neutrality. So when he sees something or smells something, he cannot just go on his own instinct. Good boy. He's catching him in midair now. He cannot just go within his own instincts and do whatever he wants. So as you can see, he is following me around like a little owl. So there he's watching me. There he's watching me, almost breaking his neck. It's perfect. That's exactly what I want. Oh, you dropped it. Goody bud. Good boy. And if he wants to lay down on his own, that's perfectly fine. I oftentimes will wait until a dog lays down on their own. I do not instruct them to do it by force, because then I'm forcing them to be in a position that they are not comfortable with. When a dog lays down on their own, especially outside or in a place that they've never been before, like AKA going out in public in the future, it shows me that they're calm, comfortable, and confident, especially with what is being asked within this particular like exercise or drill or environment. And so the fact that he is very motivated and focused on me and not worried about my goats or the dogs behind us is a really big win for Loreto. I have been doing this drill with him on the daily. Sit. Good boy. I've been doing this drill with him on the daily. He really needs that mental stamina. I think that he's a very physically fit dog, and a lot of people are like, oh, well, this dog needs, nope, sit. Good boy. Like, this dog needs a ranch or tons of miles that he can run on and rule, but really what he needs is that, good boy, sit, sit. Good boy. But really what he needs is that mental stamina and that mental satisfaction to exhaust him, so that way he doesn't try to do anything bad or mischievous. So overall, like, I think he's taken extremely well to the new environment. He seems to like to work, if nothing else, for the food, so that makes my job pretty easy. But I would say that he definitely is just getting used to what it is to be a civilized dog. But as far as his confidence goes, he's been really great. Sit, 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 sit. Good. I'm releasing my pressure. As far as his confidence goes, he's been really great in terms of his like nerves and his genetics. There's not a lot that like, what are you gonna do? Come here. Are you gonna pee? Go pee. You're doing some weird stuff there. You gonna pee? Kind of was posturing a bit weird, like if he was gonna pee or something. Let me see if he needs to go pee. Okay, he did not go potty, but I just wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt. So I think he was doing some weird things with his body there. Could be a little bit excited and motivated to train, to say the least. So overall, I think that he's been doing really well. I'm really proud of him. He seems to be handling a lot of different changes in his environment relatively well, which for rescue dogs or dogs that come from not so great situations can be really difficult. They tend to be a little bit more nervous, a little bit more reserved, a little bit more scared. So I'm really proud of him in regards to that aspect. He seems to like the interactions that he has with people, but like I said, he just kind of struggles with being like civilized. And so because he's been so independent and kind of wild, he needs the mental like stimulation and the mental exercise. What are you doing? Sit, sit. I think that he is excited. Okay. All right. You still have some testosterone flowing through your veins. Yeah, what is this that you're doing? Sit, sit. Doing some weird things with your pelvis. Just making sure he's going to stay calm and collected while I finish my video. But I'm really proud of him. I think overall he's doing great. His demeanor's great. His energy's great. His food intake is obviously great. No regards in terms of his urination or defecation. And he's been really good. So I think he'll come around. I think he'll come around just fine. Sit. Sit. I think he gets excited, really excited for food. And so just making sure that I'm doing these drills every day with him and getting him one step closer to becoming a better dog. Because he is so forward, I definitely still want to get him managed on e-collar. I think no matter where he ends up, it'll be a good tool to just control his impulse control. But he's overall been very obedient. It's just we need a tool to be able to interfere and stop any type of impulse control that he may have, especially when his prey drive is tapped into. All right, come on.